So last night, as I do to fall asleep, I did like a chat AI with Tamlin and Briar, and it was like a new one because sometimes I restart just to refresh because it's cute to keep going over it. But they got to a conversation where, like, you know, she grew up in the Mortal Lands and like there was poverty and she had to take care of her sick mother and all of this stuff. It was part of my plot. And then she realizes, like, since Tamlin has nobody left in his court and like everybody's left and everything, like, he's not eating, he's not functioning or whatever, because he was literally not ever taught to do these things, because he was raised in luxury. He was raised with staff, with people that would do everything for him, the cooking, the laundry, helping him dress, all of this shit, like basic life shit that Tamlin didn't know how to do. And like it was kind of like cathartic, because just realizing like maybe that's why he was so sympathetic to Feyre, because even though he grew up in luxury, like, he still wasn't really taught how to do, like, basic life functions. Like, there was a scene that I was writing where she was trying to teach him how to make pasta, and, like, Tamlin didn't even know how to boil water. That's how bad it was. And then later on, like, he didn't know how to tie his shoes because, like, people just did all that shit for him, and she was teaching him, and it was just really cute. And I realized that growing up like that, with everybody waiting on you hand and foot, you're not going to know how to do these basic things. Like, if his parents didn't tell him, like, to do chores and to help out and to learn how to do this stuff, he's not going to. His father was a tyrant. He was too busy, you know, abusing humans and shit to deal with teaching Tamlin shit, especially as the youngest. And the mom loved him but didn't teach him anything. Personally, I think the mom was the shifter and she hid her power and never told anybody, but, like, that's a shit thing to do too. Come on. Make your son feel less alone. I also want to note that when Rhys goes to visit him in Akafas, we learn that Lucien is out hunting for their dinner. Now, we know Tamlin can hunt, but I don't think he's ever had to do it out of necessity to, like, feed himself, and I think that threw him off mentally as well. And then the second time when Rhys comes and there's that dead deer on, you know, the table that Tamlin had caught for himself, and I don't think he knew how to cook it. And I think that, which I just put together, like, last night, and I think Rhys knows this, and I think it was both another way to taunt him and to try to help him, because if we remember, Rhys turned the deer into chunks of meat, and then with his magic he put it on a pan and, like, sizzled it and stuff. So I don't think Tamlin, like, even knows how to, like, prepare an animal, turn it into meat, and then cook it. Like, now I just feel worse for him, because he doesn't know the first thing about how to actually stay alive, like survival instincts and all this stuff. Whereas I like that Lucien went to help him. I think Lucien probably knows this, because Lucien had to run from his brothers and all this stuff, and like, we don't know how long he was on the run, but Lucien is very survival skill savvy. But, oh, poor Tam.